Hello everybody, it's me GhostCritic back finally with a new comic book day video upload. It's Wednesday, new comic books. Haven't posted one of these for over a month, but I'm treating you to a double stack of comics. Last week I was on holiday, so I didn't get to go to my comic book store, so I just thought I'll wait till the next week and pick double up. So I've got double to show you this week, but before I do show you all those great comics that I've been picking up, a few things I want to say. Firstly, thank you very much to everyone who showed the support on my comic book haul video that went up on Sunday, welcoming me back, giving me all that great support and kind words. I've missed all of you lot just as much as you seem to have missed me, and I appreciate everyone who's watched that video, thumbed it up, commented. I haven't had a chance to reply to everyone yet, but just let me tell you now, thank you so much for all your kind words. They mean so much, and it's nice to know there's people out there who care. Also, over the month I have noticed, because I get email notifications, I have been getting a lot of new subscribers as well, which is crazy given that I wasn't even uploading videos. But to all those people, again, I thank you so much. New videos start again, you'll get some regular videos going into your feed now from me, so it's been worth waiting for it if you've just newly subscribed to me. What I will do is, because I didn't really keep up to date with all those new subscribers, so if you are thinking of subscribing, I'm going to start up the subscriber shout out every Wednesday again. So if you subscribe to my channel within the next 7 days, you will get a shout out in next week's Wednesday video. And if you have a channel of your own which you upload videos to regularly, doesn't even have to be about comics, I will put a link to your channel page in the description bar below. But that's all for next week, and you have to be a new subscriber over the next 7 days. Finally, and this is more to do with comics and the price of comics and how many comics I'm getting. As you are probably aware, I know it's been a while now, but Britain decided to leave the EU. And everyone went batshit crazy, and yes, prices went up. After speaking to my comic book guy a few weeks ago about the price of his comics going up, and they did. Obviously it's all down to Diamond Shipping. They have put the price up of their shipping these products, and of course that extra price that the comic book guy pays dribbles down, and we have to pay it, the comic book consumer. So comics for me have become more pricier, even though I'm collecting the same amount, and I'm having to think about it now. It's not been a great deal, but when you add it all up, it's like maybe 2 or 3 more comics a month that I could have been picking up. So I know I've got a lot of comics. Well, not a lot, but a few comics that are finishing their runs. They were like mini-series, so they're going to be going off my pull list soon, which will reduce it. I don't know what's happening with the whole Marvel now, as in now, not the now from back then, but the now. I don't know if everything's going to go back to issue 1 again. And then I've got to rethink what I'm doing with Marvel, because honestly, there's only, although I get a lot of Marvel titles now, there's only maybe 3, 4 at a push that I wouldn't want to see go off my pull list. There's other ones, and you'll probably hear about them in these stacks, that I could just go, meh, okay, they've gone. So that's looking a bit more into the future, but I'm going to have to look at maybe cutting my pull list, being a little bit more stronger about only getting the books that I'm really enjoying rather than the ones that are just fun and entertaining. So you may see some changes in my pull list over the coming weeks, but that's because you all decided you wanted to leave the EU, so you've only got yourselves to blame. Enough of that, we're on to comics. It's almost 5 minutes in. Let's look at some comic books. The first batch I'm going to show you is from last week, kicking off, and these are all over the place because I didn't sort them out beforehand. Uncanny Avengers issue number 13. Apparently a tie-in with Civil War 2, which I've not picked up, know nothing about, and don't care. And I'm not really caring about Uncanny Avengers. Again, I've just said it. It's a fun comic. It's entertaining, but do I really need to read it? Probably not. Let's see if this finishes its run before Marvel Now comes out, before I decide to drop it. But it just seems to be one of those kind of silly little books. There doesn't seem to be much gravitas to it for it to be one of those runs that, no, I must be reading this. It's like the younger brother to the younger silly immature brother to the other Avenger titles that are available at the moment, which is a shame. Issue 10 of Image's Tokyo Ghost, Rick Remender, one of his great Image books that he's putting out. I think, if I remember rightly, this is the last part before it goes on to quite a lengthy hiatus, I believe. Whether that will come back at all, lengthy hiatus, when I hear that, I think. And you're not sure whether you really want to put out any more issues of this, and you've told the story you want to. But what he has told, along with Sean Murphy and Matt Hollingsworth, has been fantastic. Loved the artwork in this, loved the attention to detail, the colouring, the storyline, the ups and downs, the emotional roller coaster of our two characters in this book has just been really great, and I've loved this book. Back to Marvel, and we've got Silver Surfer issue 6, or is it actually issue 200? Well, if it had never kept going back to number 1, yes, this would be issue 200. So I'm guessing this is going to be a bit of a one of those books that look back at Silver Surfer's life. Not a homage, a retrospective, that's the word I'm looking for. And so that should be fun. I always say I would like to go back to the Silver Surfer not being so kooky. He is a strong character. He has immense powers. Let's give him something really serious to go up against. And I might upset a few people about this. Let's change the art style. I like the Allred's art, but it can just get a bit much after a while. Back to Image, and we've got Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples on Saga. I don't honestly remember what happened in the last issue because it's so long ago, but this is a nice wraparound cover going on here. If I bring that forward a bit, you can probably see that. Okay, I just accidentally flipped it open, and we have a large penis. Say no more. Issue 29 of East of West. Issue 29! My God, and this book is fantastic. Hickman, Dragotta, Martin, what a great team. What a world universe building team these have given us. It's just a great book. It's had twists and turns, backstabbing, evil cabals, great monsters, great villains. There's no one really nice in this book per se, but there's some people you want to root for, and there's some people you want to see the end of. And you never know from one issue to the next who that could potentially be, because people die in this, people get, look, but fantastic stuff. Very highly recommended from me. And finally, for last week, it's Lazarus issue number 24, Rucker Larkin. We've got Arcus on colours, I'm presuming this week. Yeah, Santi Arcus on colours, and it's part 3 of the Cull storyline. Great kind of a post-apocalyptic story where we have families ruling the whole planet, and they have their own kind of like areas that they rule over, but of course dirty dealing, espionage, all that kind of stuff again, but very kind of like done in a much more realistic and adult type way, even though it's a comic book and they can come back from the dead and they kind of clones and Great book, great book. I'm surprised I didn't jump on this right at the very beginning, but I only need, I think, 2 more issues in order to fill in my little gaps from when I wasn't collecting, but thoroughly enjoy it. Right, this week's comics, and again, oh no, I've done well this time. I've put them in order. So we have got 4 books from Marvel. We'll start off with Squadron Supreme, issue number 11. Looks like we've got a Spider-Man cameo here. Another book that is like I could probably do without. It's not what I was expecting it to be. It's not seem to be going anywhere. It's taking its goddamn sweet time to do anything, but again, it's fun, it's entertaining, it does the job, but am I prepared for something that just does the job anymore? Not really. Issue 11 of Daredevil. I've been enjoying. Again, this is a book that's kind of on the fence with me at the moment. It can sometimes be really good and really exciting, and sometimes it can be like just teetering on above average. It's certainly no Mark Waid, it's certainly no Chris Samney. It is a different ball game here with Sewell, and it's Garney back on art with this one, with this issue. It's a different kettle of fish, different style, and of course we've got it post Secret Wars, where now again nobody knows Daredevil's identity, and we still don't know how that's happened. Maybe sooner or later we will find out, but Daredevil has a place in my heart, and it would be very difficult to give this up. 2 of the strongest titles with Marvel actually came out this week, and I can't imagine me ever giving these up. Is Doctor Strange, Jason Aaron. No Chris Picciello in this one. We've got Nolan, Romero and Belair doing the art, so it's going to look a little bit different to what I'm used to, but the book has been great. It's been exciting. I love all the magic occult characters, whether it's in Marvel, whether it's in DC. I love these type of characters and what writers do with them, and the past storyline, the past 2 story arcs from Jason Aaron have been fantastic. Love them, and I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us in the next arc. So that's gonna stay, that will stay, along with Lemire's Moon Knight. This is issue number 6, again playing with the whole multiple personalities. Who is real? What is real? Who is the real Moon Knight? Who is the real Mark Spector? Whose life is who? It's just very confusing, and no wonder he was in a lunatic asylum. Just great stuff. Lemire is kicking ass on this book. Love it to death. Couple of Image books. The new Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips and Elizabeth Brightvice's Kill or Be Killed, issue number 2. Really enjoyed the first one. Again, it's another Brubaker and Phillips book. I'm going to enjoy it. I could be biased. I like this kind of vigilante, it's almost kick-ass in kind of style, you know, but he's thrown in a little bit of supernatural again, or has he? The first issue left a lot of questions, but it was incredibly intriguing. Whether this spirit body is real, or could it be just in his imagination? I don't know. We'll find out hopefully in issue 2 as this progresses, but it's another Brubaker Phillips book. You can't go wrong with this. Great storytelling, great art. You've got to keep up with this. Another book that has been just rocking my world, Paper Girls. This is issue 9, a wonderfully pink cover there. Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang just doing another awesome job. Brian K. Vaughan is just making the most amazing stories at the moment, and this kind of sci-fi, almost Back to the Future-esque, but kind of serious, but throwing in a load of monsters at the same time, with time travelling from the future, the past, the present, they're all over the place, but there is an emotional resonance to this book that cannot be denied. You feel for everything these girls are going through as they've been transported into what is our present, but their future having knowing they're from like the 80s. Just amazing stuff. I've got so much love for this book, and give it a try and trade if you've not picked this up. You can't be put off by the fact that it's just girl characters. It doesn't matter. This book is just phenomenal. It's really good. Just buy it. I can't say more about it. Finally, from Boom Studios, and I thought I'd drop this because I just didn't know what it was doing anymore. It went on a little bit of a hiatus. It's The Woods, issue 25. Honestly, I can't believe it's made it to 25, and I've made it to 25. We'll see what's in this book, because this is what it did to me last time. It was on hiatus for a little bit, and I said, I think I might drop it. Then that next issue dropped, and I was like, oh, it's doing something now. I've got to keep reading. But that seems to be what James Tynion does. It's a kind of a strong beginning, but then it just kind of peters away, and he doesn't seem to know what he's doing. Not what he's doing, or where he's going with it. Maybe a little bit of editorial input may actually be needed for this book. And that is it. That's all my books this week and from last week. Thank you very much for watching till now. Give this video a big thumbs up. Comment in the box below what you've been picking up lately. What have been your firm favourite reads over the past month while I've been away? Let's just catch up. Let's say hello to each other. Until next time, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.